Friends, I wanted to do a short introduction to the video you're about to see, which was one of my encounters back in 2015 with Martin Guitar, and how excellent they were with customer service after I had had a split headstock on my 1973 D28, 71 D28, one of those years. At any rate, it was pretty cool. I was stunned that someone answered the phone. This is back 2015. I have had one other dealing with them, probably 2018, about another issue. Again, I got a person on the phone, probably within three or four rings of the phone. So I want you to see this. I've posted this video in the past. I didn't do a very good job of presenting it. The guitar, here it is, 2024 now. It's a Martin D28. It still is great. They connected me with a authorized service center, which was Elliott Guitars, I think, out in Hiddenite, North Carolina. You'll see it in the video. And they were fantastic too. Great job by Elliott repairing that D28. Lord have mercy, I love that guitar. Just wanted you to see this. I just want to say this is one of the reasons I think Martin's a great company. I don't know, like I said, it's probably 2018 since I've talked to anybody there. I don't know if they have robocalls now or what. Might be totally different. But for the experience you're getting ready to see from me, it was outstanding. Peace to all who watch. Subscribe to the channel if you like. Folks, I'm getting ready to start a little experiment here. It turns out that my beloved Martin D28 1973 is starting to crack on the headstock. I don't know if you can see it there. I'm kind of holding it where maybe you can see that tiny little crack right in here. And so it looks like the headstock is going to break off my Martin D28. Like I say, 1973 model. And I'm just curious. I mean, I think they're supposed to have lifetime warranties. So I'm going to call Martin and we're going to see what they say. This would be really cool to see. So I'm calling their 1-888-433-9177 number. I'm sure I'll probably get a recording to start. Be cool if I got a human being. Hey, my name is Tony, Tony Glenn. I'm from North Carolina. I just have a crazy question here. I had this beautiful old D28 from 1973 that I absolutely love, and I'm noticing that it's starting to, the headstock is starting to crack off of it. I mean, it's coming apart just underneath the tuners, and so I'm curious. Is this the kind of thing that the factory wants to look at? I mean, how do I go about getting this thing? This guitar is just awesome. It's my favorite guitar, and I'm just trying to find out what's the best way to get it looked at and repaired. Is it factory or local or service centers, or what's the best option there?
It's a crack. How did it happen? How did you see it? Or
I just picked it up a few minutes ago. I mean, I've had this guitar. I bought it from a family member years ago. So I've had it for about 8 years. And I could send a photo of it to you to show you how it's like the headstock is coming apart right below the bottom, the ones that are closest to the nut. It's just the wood's starting to separate. But I could real easily send you an email attached photo just to show you.
No, I was asking. Was it an accident?
No.
Drop,
No, it's been sitting on a stand here in my studio. So yeah, that's the thing is I have no clue why it's happened. It's almost like the wood, like there might have been just a tiny flaw in the wood or something, and it looks like it's a stress fracture. Is what it looks like. It just it's odd. Again, it's the kind of thing I can't explain it to you unless you just to see it. It's I don't know if it's the stress of the strings over the years. The interesting thing is I usually tune kind of flat, so I usually have sort of a slack tunings. I play a lot of of kind of like open G and stuff. So I usually do slack tunings, but it's real. I mean, it's a very pronounced crack along the back of the. And it looks like it's going like probably eventually the headstock will just separate. Hard to explain with words, easy to show you with a picture.
well, we can't really make any determination until it's inspected on a workbench anyway, so it's best to, and where are you calling from? What's your zip code?
28690. I play this guitar on my YouTube channel all the time. It's actually kind of famous. So yeah, I'm in Valdez, North Carolina, and again, the name is Tony Lee Glenn. Yeah, you can look me up on YouTube, but like I say, you'll see me playing this guitar all over it. Tony Lee Glenn, and I live in Valdez, and like I say, I'm pretty sure it's a '73. I'll give you the serial number if you care to hear it.
Okay.
Hang on one second to turn it up. So, oh crap! Get where I can see this.
73, huh?
I think so. Yeah. Here you go. It's a D28, and the number is 316682. 316682.
Okay, 1 second.
It's a splendid old guitar, man. It's like the best. My wife loves it. It's the best sounding guitar. I have a Guild D50, which is from 1965. Which is another one of my favorite guitars, but this is the one that is always kind of, I don't know, it's just always the one I've always liked the sound of.
Okay, looks like Elliott Guitars in Midnight, North Carolina is where we would recommend.
Elliott and Hidnock. Elliott.
Yeah, Elliott. He makes some really cool custom stuff too. Some nice custom.
All right. I know where Hidnock is. That's up close to Taylorsville. That's only about 40 miles from here. So sweet. Okay. So they're like a recommended service center for you guys.
Exactly. They're authorized by us.
All right. Hey. You know what? Very cool that you that I got a person when I called this number. Thanks for that. You know.
Yeah, that's how Chris wants it. So, you can talk to somebody. No robots yet.
Man, that is awesome. That's fantastic. Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll take it to Hidnock, see if what these guys think they can do for it. And hey, and if it's cool with you, man, I want to put a nice little positive review on YouTube about you guys. Because I'm a big promoter of your guitars. Do you mind me asking your name again?
My name's Darren.
Darren. I'm just going to say that Darren from Martin, helped me out. I got a human being. He gave me a service center to send it to, and I don't know. It'll be totally positive, brother.
Oh, that's nice. Now, here's the thing. I can't tell if it's warranty or not, and if it was your uncles or a relative, they're the ones that will need to present it for warranty.
Yeah, he's dead. I mean,
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, well, he was like 82 when I bought it from him. So I'm more concerned about getting it fixed right than anything else. So yeah, he was the original purchaser. I actually bought the guitar from him for $600, which is crazy. I mean, it's got to be worth. I think it's got to be worth a couple thousand anyway, particularly to a collector. But for me, it's my number one playable acoustic. So, hey, well, listen, Darren, thank you.
Okay.
I'll go see the guys in Hidnock and see if they can help me out.
All right, sir. You have a good Easter.
Hey, you too. All right, bye-bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.
So that was cool. I knew it probably is under warranty, but then again, I did not buy the guitar. It was bought by, it's actually bought from the uncle of my ex-wife, and this is just a splendid guitar. It has a lot of memories for me, and I do. It is my number one play, the one I like the sound of better than anything. You can see, again, what's going on here with that guitar, with that crack there right at the base of the neck or the headstock. God, it hurts. So I got all the strings tuned to slack right now so it doesn't put any more stress on it. We'll go to Hidnock and continue this adventure and see how the recommended service center for Martin does with this sweet old guitar. Well, hello, good friends in YouTube land. A little update here. I did post a video a couple months ago about calling Martin guitar because the headstock on my Martin had been messed up. It had cracked. They told me the only way they thought that it could possibly have happened is if someone knocked the guitar over. I don't know that happened. We do have visitors from time to time, so maybe it did happen. I did not see it happen, but there was definitely a crack on the headstock. So I shot some video to show you how they have repaired it. Elliott Guitars up in Taylorsville, North Carolina, or a place called Hiddenite, more accurately, I guess, repaired the guitar. I'm going to show you how it sounds after getting it repaired. I'm also going to show you a little bit of video and tell you a little bit about the story going over there. It's hard to find Elliott Guitars. Even with your GPS on your phone, it takes you to the wrong place. It's out in the middle, way out in the middle of the country, north of Statesville. The community of Hiddenite is between Statesville and Taylorsville. But I want you to know, Rich Cove and I, when Rich was here, we went out there to take my guitar there to get it repaired and to leave it with the guys. And it was there for a good long while. You know, they're there building these awesome guitars. I got to play one of them. Fantastic guitar. These are guitars that sell for, you know, $5,000. They're played by the most professional people. Incredibly feature-rich electric guitars they have there, but they're also a Martin service center. So it was a challenge finding the place. I wanted to shoot some video inside. They let me shoot just a wee little bit of video because they're afraid people are going to steal their trade secrets or whatever for their guitars. So Rich is taking me over to Elliott Guitars. We're way out in what's called the Love Valley. It's very farmland, residential, this part of it, but we've been going through some just beautiful farmland.
Continue onto Johnson Farm Road, then your destination will be on the right.
This place is in the middle of nowhere.
This is Johnson Farm Road.
Johnson Farm Road, go right. And he said that we'd see it. Tiny little sign here. There's a cow farm over there. There's a little bitty house. Crazy. Andy Elliott's the owner. Yep. So, this is nuts. I would never have guessed this. This is supposedly a world-renowned guitar builder in this little bitty place. Okay, this is cool. I'm at Elliott Guitars. I'm just watching this machine measure the frets on a guitar. It's kind of CNC type machine. Looks like it's getting ready to actually cut a nut, he said. Check it out. It's going to buzz a nut off there. Look at that. Okay, so I'm going to get Rich's take on what we just experienced at Elliott. What I saw there are some kind of quirky, cool dudes doing their own thing, enjoying what they do, and they clearly are experts at what they do, but they just don't seem like that at all, right? Just no regard for image or anything. They're just guys doing their thing, right? But what was your take on the guys? Whether we pedaled this or not, it's kind of, you know, what do you think of that experience?
I think that's a bit more like the UK, where you would have you'd have a small shed at the end of someone's garden, have all the machinery and making things, not necessarily high-end guitars, and I know nothing about guitars or anything like that. So for you, I guess that's really special. Yeah. But for me, it doesn't. I don't really understand any of it. So. Yeah.
But I guess the thing that was for me, it was interesting is, you know, you go to a place remote out in the middle of nowhere, and you know I did enough research just looking at what they're doing to realize they're pretty in high demand. Totally custom. Held that guitar. I've never played a guitar quite like that. It was number one, it's very comfortable. If I had not wanted, I didn't want to bore you, and I didn't want to like freak them out either. I didn't want to be getting there one of those guys that play guitar for half an hour and noodle around on it, because I surely can't afford that guitar. I was afraid to even ask him how much it costs, because they don't even post it on their website. So usually if they don't put it on your website, that means it's pretty expensive, you know. It was a little interesting as far as just the whole thing there. They have a dog, one of those big Turner and Hooch kind of dogs that weighs about I think 130 or 40 pounds, but he's sweet as can be. But yeah, they glued the headstock together. They told me that if you put the glue in the right way and clamp it up the right way, that the glue will hold better than the wood grain will. So if it comes apart, it won't be the fault of the glue. So this is my 1971. I think it's 71 or 73. I have to look. I cannot remember now. I think this is a 71 Martin D28. So it's my favorite guitar from an acoustic point of view. I have a Zoom H2 sitting down here in front of the guitar, so you can hear how it sounds. nice. They did a great job with it. It sounds real even all the way across the neck. Pretty nice. Good job, Elliott Guitars, for bringing my sweetheart back to me. They did put new strings on it. They told me that when they did the repair, they noticed that the nut had a crack in it as well. So they did put a new nut on there. I don't know if I showed that well in the video that I shot a while ago, but I have a brand new nut on there, and it looks great, plays great. They gave it a good going over once over. They may have actually trussed it just a little bit. I'm just here to tell you, great job. I want to give a really big shout out for people in North Carolina, Virginia, probably maybe even upstate South Carolina if you need your Martin guitar repaired. It was Martin that told me to go to Elliott, so here's my testimonial for them. Great job. Got my guitar back. She's a beauty and still plays just the way I want it to play. So Nikki and I are going to be doing some gospel music up in the mountains this weekend. This is the one I'm going to be playing. Maybe I'll post a few videos from that little show that we do. My dad has requested that we do a few songs for him at a big reunion, church reunion. Folks, you got a Martin guitar, like I say, needs work. Elliott Guitars will do it. Were they cheap? I will not say they were cheap. I will say they were reasonable though. Peace. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you like. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the area below here where there are room for comments. Thanks for watching, folks.